Now, for whatever reason, there are a lot of people out there that seem to think it is impossible for the NX or Nintendo's next generation system to be more powerful than the PlayStation 4. Even though it's going to be coming out years after the PlayStation 4, coming out at the absolute earliest, the end of next year, which would be 3 years after the launch of the PlayStation 4. There still seem to be people out there that think that while the horsepower will probably match or exceed the Xbox One, it just won't quite be as powerful as the PlayStation 4. And to those people that say things like that, to those people that honestly believe statements like that, I have a very serious question for you. Are you retarded? No, seriously. Are you retarded? How is it impossible for Nintendo to release a more powerful system than systems that came out 3, 4, 5 years before? How is that impossible? How? Now, you guys might want to point to the rumor that the Wii U wasn't going to compete with the PlayStation 4. I'm sorry, the NX wasn't going to compete with the PlayStation 4 in terms of horsepower, but just there, it was a rumor that you guys are taking as fact. And even the supposed source said it was just hearsay that he came to a conclusion to. And even confirms that he himself doesn't know what the horsepower of the NX will be, and it might end up being more powerful than PlayStation 4 or less powerful. He doesn't know. It's just a conclusion that he came to based on his supposed source. But let's talk about sources for a moment. Because people, before a system comes out, they always want to take these supposed leaks. They want to take these sources, everything at 100% fact. But let's go over some of these highly these highly ranked sources over the years regarding consoles and specs. Just more recently, we had before the Wii U launch, there was rumors that the Wii U was less powerful than the 360 and all that jazz. Guess what? Wasn't true. With the 3DS, there was, even if you guys even remember, there were development sources saying that the 3DS was as powerful as the Xbox 360. Yeah, no. So take all these things that you hear from these so-called sources, especially this early in the game, with a big grain of salt. Now, to you people that think that it's impossible for Nintendo to release a more powerful system than the PlayStation 4 at the end of 2016 at the earliest, yeah, no. Technology over time, as you know or should know, gets cheaper. Nintendo could, especially if the system doesn't come out until the end of 2017, they could potentially release a system that's a lot more powerful than the PlayStation 4 at $300. You think that it costs Sony and Microsoft the same amount of money to produce their systems now than it did in 2013? No. Prices go down over time. Technology improves over time. The CPUs that the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One use are old and are already being replaced. Like, they're already going to be replaced twice by the time the NX even comes out. The Zen core that AMD's coming out with is way better than that bulldozer crap that the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One use. On the graphics card end, they're already in like graphics core next 2. Like, this stuff is gonna be way better, and already is now, than it was when the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One launched. The only thing keeping the NX from being more powerful than the PlayStation 4 is if Nintendo, for whatever reason, decides they don't want to go there. But to say that is not likely or impossible to do is retarded. Have that seat.